Welcome back to A Conversation with Franklin. In 1965, the Warriors drafted Rick Barry, a brash 21-year-old from the University of Miami. In his rookie season, Barry would average 25 points, fourth best in the league, and be named Rookie of the Year.
That first year, just how was Rick Barry accepted in the Bay Area?
Well, he was accepted okay. Yeah, you could see that he was a real good player. I don't think we collectively Bay Area fans really knew how good he was.
Mm-hmm.
He had personality problems with yelling and pouting and screaming at the referees and screaming at players and his own players.
Even as a young player, as a rookie?
Oh yeah, he's a fiery guy.
Mm-hmm.
But the players all soon to realize that he was indeed a deal, and he was something that they put up with. He was not a bad guy. He's a really nice guy, but on that court he just gets crazy, mm-hmm. and which probably made him why he's such a good player.
Rick Barry dazzled and excited Warrior fans in his first 2 seasons in San Francisco. The man with the golden touch was the 1967 All-Star MVP. That season, he also won the NBA scoring title, the first player in 7 years to outscore Wilt Chamberlain. The Warriors lost in the NBA Championship Series to a team some consider one of the best in NBA history, the Philadelphia 76ers, ironically led by former coach Alex Hannum and star Wilt Chamberlain.
So after going all the way to the NBA Finals in 1966-67, led by Rick Barry, who scores 35.6 points a game, the next year, everything changes. The ABA comes aboard, 11 teams in the ABA, including the Oakland Oaks, and they take your star, Rick Barry, away. Was this the first time that you realized that professional sports can be a brutal business at times?
Oh, sure. I did. I was so confident. I went away with my family to Europe and bought the chandeliers. and I had no concern that Rick wasn't going to be with us. None. Never.
Now, you still had Barry under contract, right?
Of course. That's why he never played for them.
The first year he sat out.
Yeah, right. He couldn't play. I got a restraining order. He couldn't play for them, but he wouldn't play for us. They kept telling me to forget it, take my lumps, and go on. You know, local newspaper guys did too. You know, they're saying even guys that were like my friends, like Art Rosenbaum, who retired. I always felt he was my friend. He'd take me out to lunch. He said, "Franklin, you know, your determination is admirable, but God, you should forget Rick Barry. You know, you're not going to get him back. If you do get him back, he's not going to be happy. You know." But I was determined I was going to get him back. 5 years later, I got him back. We won the championship with him, mm-hmm. But with all those golden years, God knows what would have happened.
In a most bizarre journey involving lawsuits, conflicting loyalties, and ABA franchise shifts, Barry was forced to sit out a season and eventually ended up in a New York Nets uniform. When a judge decided a second contract with the Warriors was valid, Franklin Mieuli seized the opportunity to retain his star.
He was working for a guy by the name of Boe, who owned the team in Long Island.
New York Nets.
Yeah, I can't remember his last name. His last name was Boe.
Lou Carnesecca was the coach there.
Yeah, right. And he was a clothing manufacturer. And he told, let's see, Boe said Barry's going to come out to meet with me. We met in Foster City near the airport. And Boe gave him a check for $1 million and said, hey, everybody's got a price. And so Rick said, boy, you don't know Franklin. He said, yeah. He said, you don't know Franklin. $1 million is $1 million. I know. I heard that he needs money out there, you know. So he gives Rick a check for $1 million. He has in his pocket. I don't know this. We go and meet in the room. So Rick plays the part up at the hill. He says, I don't want to come back. I've got my home back there now. I'm from New York originally. He plays it right up the hill. I'm just sitting there listening to him. And I said, I really don't want to come back. And if you have me come back, I probably won't play. I'll retire. I'll go into broadcasting. I started broadcasting when you kept me out here. I said, Rick, listen, I got something here. He said, I got authorized to give you a check for $1 million. I said, take that check and take it back to Mr. Boe and tell him to do something else with it. At this point, Barry's face got red, and he started laughing. He started laughing. He says, I told him you'd say exactly that.
He knew you.
He knew me.
I think that he's unique from the standpoint that he does not interfere. If he gives you the responsibility of doing something, then he lets you have the full latitude. And I think that all coaches and all general managers in this league would like to work for someone like that.
I think the big difference probably, the fact that Franklin is so reachable. He's part of this team. He travels with us. He's open to questions at any time. He likes to know all the players on a first-name basis. In fact, he prides himself on being able to do that. He prides himself on listening to the players' problems and being able to help his family. The basketball team is part of his family.
The 74-75 Rick Barry-led Warriors cruised through the regular season with the best record in the Pacific Division. The now-named Golden State Warriors knocked off Seattle and Chicago in the playoffs and met the Washington Bullets in the championship series.
That play puts the Bullets up by a field goal. Brooks holds it out high. Here's Barry. Half pass. Reardon up with it. Brooks back on defense. Reardon pushes him off. Slides the other way there.
Barry crowded by Reardon, who fouls him. Reardon was manhandling him. It was a near fight. Reardon trying to get away. And Alvin Adams was out to break up the fight. And Adams now is in a wild slugging match.
Barry up outside. Out there, look at Wesley Unseld hit those boards. Intercepted. Barry smelled the outlet to Porter.
Mullins, Barry's got it. The ball game is over. The ball game is over. Rick Barry in possession of the ball. And Al Adams, Golden State Warriors, are champions of the world. They are the unbelievable champions of the world.
The unexpected four-game sweep, led by Series MVP Rick Barry, gave Franklin Mieuli his crowning achievement in 25 years of operating the Warriors franchise.